Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. MHCT 2024 is done and dusted, and now you must be waiting for the results and all. The result will be announced in around 3 to 4 weeks. So लगभग इतना time लग जाता है. So you can expect result by March end to mid April. इसके बीच में आप result expect कर सकते हो इसका. Now, expected cutoffs, see, it is not like easy to guess the cutoff. It is just that based on our estimates, based on the students' feedback, we are just estimating. So, do not rely on these numbers, okay? And since you do not have to prepare for any GDP or something else, right? So, it is just a rank-based exam. So, don't worry about it, okay? But just for the satisfaction of students, they want to know what could be the expected cutoffs. So in this video, I'm going to discuss that what could likely be the cutoffs, how will normalization take place, and others. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on social media platforms. Now, this was about the examination this year. A couple of good things about the exam was first that had section-wise paper, so which helped people formulate the strategy. Like जब jumbled paper आ रहा था, the biggest challenge was that what would be the like let's say if you have paper section-wise, right? You know कि you are strong at some particular thing. You know that your quant is good or LR is good, so you can start accordingly. Okay, so that was one good relief to the students because that helped in making strategy. Okay, another important thing which was fine here is the number of questions per section was constant. So unlike other years, sometime it was like quant was very heavily dominated, LR was less, right? So now this was a constant thing. Okay, then there were few things, especially in VARC and abstract reasoning. Abstract reasoning or VRC की बात करें, that was constant almost throughout. Okay, and this was the distribution. Now there are some cons as well, okay, which obviously are associated with CET, that varying difficulty level across slots. Okay, slot 3 was very difficult, slot 4 was very difficult, it was difficult than slot 3 was difficult than slot 2, which was difficult than slot 1 and 5, which were very easy. Okay, these were very easy, this was hell difficult. Okay, so there is varying difficulty level. Now, they promised normalization, but does it happen or not? The result will tell. Every year they promise this thing that there will be normalization, but at the end, people are not happy with the normalized scores. Okay, that happens every year. They have no transparent policy. I don't know how they do the normalization process. That definitely seems unfair because they do not release the scores and all. Right, then uneven topic wise distribution, that was a big mistake this time, because see students prepare certain topics, right? Number system हो गया, geometry हो गया, people do not generally prepare for CET. So it gave an advantage to people who had prepared for CAT and SNAP, क्योंकि नंबर सिस्टम सीईटी में यूजुअली नहीं आता है, आता है तो बेसिक एचसीएम एलसीएम आता है. There they had asked questions on remainders, they had asked questions on like difficult questions on number system using difficult remainder theorems, etc. Okay, so that was a big challenge this time. Then the powers like 5 to the power n ka, like in factorial, those kind of questions were present this time. Okay, and similarly in other sections also there were uneven distribution, right? किसी में DI नहीं आया, किसी में DI दो तीन set आए. Okay, then there were some questions, some sets which had very few puzzles, some slots, some with too many puzzles. Right, किसी में blood relation बहुत हो गया, किसी में कम हो गया. Similarly in vocab also, किसी में RCs बहुत difficult आ गए, right? And too many RCs. There were some slots which had very few RCs. Okay, so this was uneven distribution. So had it been fair distribution, still difficulty level तो फिर भी चल जाता, but distribution should have been ideal. Then another thing which was found was questions were copied from CAT and SAT, especially the LR puzzles. Difficult ones were copied from CAT and SAT. So that was another bad thing about the examination. Now, normalization is always a question. Seeing their past history, it does not appear that they will normalize properly. But yes, that's what is beyond your hands. Now, they did release a document of normalization. You can check there on their site. ठीक है, इनकी जो ऑफिशियल साइट है उसमें आप देख सकते हो. यू कैन रीड दिस डॉक्यूमेंट. सो दे हैव सेड दैट द process of normalization is an established practice for comparing candidate score across multi-shift papers and is similar to those being adopted in other large educational selection tests conducted in India. So they've given some language. So what it says that your scores will be compared with the same slot. Okay, so I'll give a brief. Let's say आप slot 1 में थे, slot 1 में top score गया 155, right, और ज़्यादा ही गया होगा, let's say 175. ठीक है, सेकंड का सेकंड नंबर का स्कोर आया 173, थर्ड का 172, देन 170. ठीक है, सपोज यू आर इन स्लॉट 4, द टॉप स्कोर इज 120, सेकंड इज 119, 118, and then 116, like this. Okay, so just taking an example. So this will be rank 1 as per slot 1, and this person, even if he gets 120, will be considered rank 1. Okay, and usually these normalization processes are not so fair. Okay, if it was CAT, right? CAT has a very fair normalization process, but these government agencies, I don't trust them, right? Even in NTA, you must have heard that the normalization process is not so fair. So you can't help it, but this is what, as per their notification, it says. So let's say agar rank 1 175 hai, so that will be considered rank 1. If you appeared on slot 4 and got 120 and you are the highest, so you will be considered rank 1. So they will club those, and they have almost equal number of candidates. That's what they claim, and accordingly, students will be marked. So let's say five people are the toppers in five different slots. So all of them will be given 100 percentile. Okay, then five people across all slots who are second would be given 99.99 and whatever the decimal. So they have given that 7 decimal places tak scores calculate only. So toppers will be considered 100 percentile in all the five slots. So there will be 500 percentilers. Okay, and accordingly they will create the rank and then merge the data. Okay, so let's see that how it turns out to be. Okay, if they are going to release scores, then it would be a better thing to do. At least students will get to know कि हाँ मेरा score इतना है, मेरे slot में ऐसा score था. So that's, you need to wait and watch for that whether they will do the normalization. Now, expected cutoffs. Now, this is not a conclusive thing, but based on students' feedback and like the number of attempts they have taken, discussions going around. These are some of the predictions that JBIMS cutoffs for the first and fifth slots are going to be somewhere around 165. ये है OMS candidates के लिए. एंड अगर आप महाराष्ट्रन कैंडिडेट्स के लिए कहो तो मे बी यू माइट सब्ट्रैक्ट 5 मार्क्स, फिर भी 160 प्लस ही जाएगी. ठीक है, एंड हियर इट माइट बी 145 प्लस, you can call it 135 plus, right, 110 plus, and you can subtract 5 marks for Maharashtrian candidates because their cutoff is generally low. Okay, similarly Sydenham में भी आप 4 to 5 marks consider कर सकते हो, Wellinger, and then after that it does not matter because outside Maharashtrian candidates rarely target the other colleges. Okay, so apart from these, then you have SIS, Pumba, and others. So you will get in like 150. These are the respective numbers, and top 10, that is Dalmia, Chetna, and other colleges that come under top 10. So you have these as the predicted possible cutoffs. Okay, so now these are based on the students feedback of the paper, the number of attempts they made. Okay, so we conducted a poll during the live chats and like went through the discussions of students. Although the score is not known, right, हम attempts बोल के आते हैं 170, but उसमें कितनी accuracy we do not know because you do not have time to revise things, right, and there are chances that you may make mistakes also. So आप सोच के आओ कि 180 करके आओ, 170 भी score आ सकता है, it can be 165 also. Okay, but the level was very easy in these two slots, so people might score around these numbers, and it was very difficult. So this could be the scores for slot 4. Okay, so this is what the expected cutoffs look like. Okay, since you do not have to prepare anything for the future, just wait for the results. Okay, chill out till then. In case you've got a decent score, great. If you have not, like one is CUAT, which is also going to happen in 1 or 2 days. Then probably CMAT may or may not be announced. It is not yet confirmed. तो अगर उसकी प्रिपरेशन करें तो कर सकते हो, एंड इन केस यू आर टारगेटिंग नेक्स्ट ईयर, सो स्टार्ट योर प्रिपरेशन फ्रॉम नाउ itself. And if like you've got very bad score, then you need to worry about and think of like whether you should start your preparation. अगर ठीक ठाक हो रहा है, just wait for the results. Do not trust any numbers. Okay, so that was about this normalization process. What could be the expected cutoffs? Now some advice to next year candidates, because this paper is very unreliable. Okay, do not trust this examination. For the past few years we have seen that the paper can be of any difficulty level. एक slot मतलब it depends on the slot which you get. Okay, so sometimes like हो सकता है आपका difficult slot आ गया, अब score अच्छा आ गया, ठीक है, easy slot आ गया, score कम चला गया. So very much variation, ठीक है, which is not seen in other exams. Right. And for non-Maharashtrian candidates, this should be the last option. Please do not target this exam because of a lot of uncertainties. अगर आप इसे प्राइमरी ऑप्शन चल रहे हो, दैट इज द वर्स्ट मिस्टेक. टेक इट एज द लास्ट ऑप्शन कि कुछ नहीं बचा तो सो यू कैन give it a try here. Okay, try for other examinations. Okay, like if you are targeting CAT, great. Apart from CAT, you can target NMAT, SNAP, ZAT. Okay, but this should be the last one because very few seats plus very random paper. And if you are seriously targeting, then you should prepare every topic, because इस बार हमने देखा कि number system आ गई, geometry आ गई. Okay, even some topics like cubes and dice were asked, right? Vocab was asked heavily. Okay, so you need to prepare on every front, right? Grammar भी करके जाओ, vocab भी करके जाओ, RCs भी करके जाओ. In LR this time they did not ask games and tournaments. Last year games and tournaments के भी questions आए थे. So it is very very unpredictable. So go with all round preparation, like number system, proper remainder theorems क्या क्या होते हैं, ठीक है, last digit कैसे निकलता है, powers of 10 कैसे निकलते हैं. So all those things be prepared with. And one cheat code which I've noticed is this year, that go through CAT and ZAT past year papers for RCs and LR, because they have been picking questions directly from that. Okay, so if you have covered those, maybe you will have an added advantage in the paper. Okay, hope they do not do it again, but yes, be prepared with these things. And normalization promises are usually fake. We have been seeing from multiple years that they do mention ki normalization hoga, but in the end when result comes, most of the students are unhappy because the process is not so transparent. Okay, it is not at all transparent. You don't know your scores, they just give the percentile and you don't know that at what score is what percentile derived. Okay, so you just can appear on this examination and hope for the best. So if you are starting your CAT 2024 preparation, if you this was the last of the examinations that you appeared on and you're thinking ki next year के लिए preparation करते हैं, you can enroll with us for CAT 2024 batch, which is going to start next week. And the advantages, like you will get preparation for all the examinations, will support you. So we have kept this expiry as March 31 2025. तब तक आपके सारे next year के exams हो जाएंगे. So even if you do not do well on CAT, you can prepare for the other exams also. So constant support is there till you appear on all different examinations. So and of course our content is one of the best and the most relevant for all other exams. CAT के अलावा NMAT, SNAP, CET, CMAT, all others, you will have a holistic preparation for all exams. So our batch is starting soon, the next week. Okay, so if you know someone who might be interested in enrolling in it, you can suggest them. So this was about the CET normalization and the expected cutoffs. As I said that do not blindly trust these numbers, but this will give you some level of satisfaction that if you've scored beyond a certain number, you will be confident कि मेरा शायद इस बार हो जाएगा. Okay, so wait for the results, which will be out soon in the next 3-4 weeks. And in case you have not performed very well, then you can consider starting your preparation for the next year. Okay, maybe for CET, or if you are a non-Maharashtrian, then probably start preparing for CAT, because once you prepare for CAT, most of the things are covered for other exams as well. So wish you all the best for CET results.